Hi there, welcome to my channel. I always talk about conditioning and hair wellness, but I also talk with others about their damaged hair because I've had over 30 years experience in specializing only in damaged hair. Now, I work with all types of hair, of course, all textures, because I'm a legal cosmetologist in Boulder, so it's not a nationality that I don't see in my damaged hair chair, or used to see in my damaged hair chair. I don't have a salon at the moment. I have this channel. This channel is to reach out to you, hoping that I can give you ability to change your mind about conditioning. And I also want to enlighten you about how your hair lives and how it works and how to protect it. A lot of times we really just don't know the life cycle of our hair. We don't understand the layers of damage. And you need someone to talk with you that is not trying to sell you a product. I'm not here to sell a product. I have no sponsors or representatives to, um, you know, try to, I guess, teach it their way. This is what I have learned. It's my experience. And so I'm hoping that it will change your mind on how you condition. As a professional, I realize that if you had someone just to talk to and share your damaged hair issues, because you know a lot about your hair. 50% of getting well or having hair wellness is you knowing how to read your hair or how to understand your hair. What is it doing? Has it changed? Is what you're doing changing it? And seeing results. So this is something that has to be on a one-on-one basis. And the companies don't want to, hair companies do not want to take out time to educate you on that. They feel as if they're making money. It's already well-oiled machine. So you buy plenty of product, you drift from every product, and then of course the products that you like, maybe 2 years down the line, you don't see the results that you was hoping that you would. So there's a reason. It's not so much all product, it's also how you are working with your hair. So I want to remind you that I am changing up my format a little bit. Hair facts will not be given today because we're already talking about hair facts, because I'm going back over a summary of what we did for 24. And one of the things we talked about in 24 was, where do we get our information from? How do we go about learning about our hair? Well, if you go to the internet, there's so much information. It's hard to tell what information is good for you. So you kind of sit there and say to yourself, wow, do I want to incorporate this into my, do I have time? Do I have to incorporate it? Will it be hard? So it's, you sit back and you kind of look at the magazines and the internet, and it's just such a slew of information. So then you try to just pick out what you can do. Well, that's not necessarily picking out accurate. I mean, if you have a plan, then you're most likely to achieve your goals, your hair goals. If you don't have a plan, then you're just picking in the dark, as I call it, conditioning in the dark. So let's get you out of conditioning in the dark and get you more familiar with what really works and what you can do at home to help your hair better, to help see better results from your product. A lot of times a company talks to us, the professionals, because we know that we can explain the product, as where in a magazine or in an advertisement on a bottle, you really don't get that connection. So it's always better to understand product overall than to just to blindly pick product. And of course, the hair companies make billions of dollars with you doing that, but it's not very beneficial to you. Advertisements, we talked about that. Everybody's advertising. Advertising is all over the place. And so you think, oh, I like this. Oh, I like that. Wait a minute, I tried this. Let me try this. Oh, it smells great. Oh, I can pick out my own color. See, it gets to be all a big deal. And it gets to be so big that you're just picking product but not seeing results. We have great products on the market. Now, if we just knew how to condition, maybe we would be picking the better products that's for us. It's not so much there's bad product out there as it is product that you are not familiar with that you need to help you out. It's just about picking out the right product, knowing what your hair is saying, knowing what the signs are, and understanding them, and then saying, okay, I know I need moisture. So let's look up, you can Google what is true moisture, and you'll probably find at the end is peppermint. However, there is a company that does condition with peppermint, and it's a very good moisturizer. But, maybe you need that and only you need it once a month. Maybe you need a protein in there. So what do we do? So my channel is about enlightening you so that you can change your bad hair habits, or your hair habits, let's say you don't need anymore. Habits, I'm looking on here too, hair decisions, the internet, family. Definitely family always say, oh, this is working for me and I know it'd be good for you. Well, just because it works for your sister or your best girlfriend, she has a different hair type, even if you have the same mom. And when that happens, then picking out product, you need to know your hair. So on this channel, I hope to get you more familiar with your hair and understand how you can go to the internet and find product that is good for you. And then also go to the internet and say, you know what, I need to do this, but this I don't need to listen to. Because there's so much information. Some of it is useless. But people tend to go with fads or fades, or, everybody is advertising, and even professionals are saying, put the oil in your hair. However, we have to understand how to use the oil, because it can disrupt your natural oil. So see, just little things like that you need to know so that you can be better at conditioning. Getting to be better at conditioning will save you layers of damage, and it also will show you results. And then you and your hair will live your life together. Your lifestyle is better if you know your hair. So let's, we look at now, maybe there's a fear, I guess I have, of damaged hair being solved by fake hair, because fake hair is so easy and it's so gorgeous, and definitely it's a start of the day where you can say, I can be gorgeous all day. This is the color I choose for today, and tomorrow I might choose another one. Just that flexibility is so addicting. So I would like to see you still love your own hair and also do right by taking your hair to the next level of wellness. So try to watch what you're going to get on the internet. That gets kind of involved because the internet has such tasty information, right? And magazines, of course, are still very popular, and definitely your friends and family. They have a big impression on what you choose to do with your hair. I want to thank you for sending your email hair questions to ditahair911@gmail.com. I enjoy getting the emails. I'm trying to clear up some from last year. So these are all new emails. We're going to keep it on that track because I want to clear up the questions. First email question was, what brand of conditioners do I like? Good question. I'm not here right now to discuss brands. I don't want, of course I have brands. I was trained by a hair company, Redken. So I would definitely love Redken. But there are other valuable products that I admire. And that's good. But that's not what I'm trying to concentrate on here. This is not selling you a product. We're not trying to convince you of a product. That's why this channel is special, because I'm talking with you about things you can actually do to get to know your hair better and get to understand your damage better. That's where the real problem solving lies. If I can get you to learn how to condition better, then you'll be able to pick out a decent product. You'll be able to say, this works. Okay? But if I'm picking out your product and you're going off of what I do, okay, what I really want is to solve hair problems. You shouldn't be walking around with thinness, dryness for years. It's just not hair wellness. So what we're trying to do is elevate the hair wellness and not try to sell product. There's enough people coming at you about product. So I'm not trying to go into brand, say your product is bad or good. If I train you, you'll know if your product is good. You won't have a problem. You have to tell me if you're. So let's look at it that way and not look at me saying, oh, I like this brand, I like that brand. I am a cosmetologist. I get trained by the care companies very fast. They like entertaining us. They like educating us. We go to seminars to keep up that education on the product. So, yes, I'm very familiar with product. However, product should be utilized better if we knew what we needed. So let's go there first and not try to concentrate on the brand. But thank you for asking. Second email question. Is rice and aloe vera solution help your hair to grow? Rice, what's nutritious about rice is wild rice. White rice, I understand, it's got some nutrition. So I'm sure that if you ate it, it goes into the bloodstream, and then that's where your hair is made. Every second, every few minutes, or I've got to look up how many minutes, but they really have nailed it to a minute, or I mean a time. They've nailed it down just that close that you're forming your hair in your bloodstream. So that's good enough to remember right now. How much time it takes in that bloodstream to actually affect the hair, I think that's a little obsolete to talk about. But the main thing is that if it's good for your body, then it's good for your hair. Putting things on it tropically can disturb the scalp. So we want to make sure we keep the scalp healthy because we want to keep the hair follicles healthy that are in the dermis, in the scalp. So let's concentrate on eating good things, finding out about your vitamins. And aloe vera solution is great. Here again, you can get aloe vera juice where you can drink it. That's how I feel about these teas and natural remedies that's applied to the scalp. Not saying that the dermis will not absorb some conditioning. It's just that, remember, I'm hair 911. So I tend to the damage. And so I'm going to be more talking with you more about things that can happen quickly. What you're applying, vitamin E works fast on the scalp, okay? But I would do it with conditioning. I wouldn't do it by itself every day because it will destroy or disrupt your natural oil. So here again, this is why I do not recommend rice or topical stuff because let's face it, it's only going to penetrate the dermis so much. And if it's not an actual vitamin, I just tend to wonder how fast it's going to help you. The clients that I have encountered, they need stabilization to their old hair. Hair is dead appendage. It does have living matter. So what we need to do is stabilize that living matter, stabilize the condition of the hair, and you just can't do that fast. So let's say you're a college student, you haven't had any children, your hair has not been messed with, you haven't colored it too much, you haven't iron curled too much, basically you have nice hair. Well, I'm sure that this aloe vera would work great on the scalp. And you could use the aloe vera because it doesn't stick. So it just conditions. So you could drink it to help your hair and you could apply it on top. However, it's not going to have a fast reaction. And rice, in my research, I just really haven't had good results with it. I didn't see it change after 6 months. And I usually do my research up to 2 years. But it was so little and small with the rice application solution that I really did not feel that it should be in my conditioning realm. So no, I don't recommend rice solutions. Aloe vera is good for your skin. It's good for your health. So that's a different story. So just watch how you consume it and make sure you can get a pure form of aloe vera. Third email question: how often do I need to deep condition? My hair is really, really, really damaged. Well, you put three reallys in there. Three. It's really, really, really damaged. So I'm going to advise you like I would, like Hair 911 would. Um, I'm going to say if you feel your hair is that damaged, then you need to deep condition every day until it can go to 2 days and then 3 days. The hair should stabilize if your product is worthy of stabilizing your hair. I would, if it's short, then I would comb it back, wear least styling as possible. So you can style your hair. If it's short, you can have, dress up your ears and, really kind of wave it or try to just comb it straight back where it looks pretty and healthy. If you're deep conditioning, it will give off that healthy, stabilized look. And so, but I would condition every day. I'd be deep conditioning every day until my hair felt like it could go to 2 days. Then I would go, oh, second day, it feels great today. It doesn't feel like it's used up all the conditioners. Also leave some conditioning in your hair to help fight the daily stress. So don't rinse all of it out or apply some after you rinse. And remember, you're not supposed to be shampooing too often, but you can rinse as often as you like. So make sure that you're deep conditioning. You can deep condition without shampooing. All you need to do is rinse very well. And if you feel like you need to shampoo, then that's fine. It's your time to shampoo. But I just don't want you to feel like every day you've got to shampoo your hair. I don't want that at all. I want you to still shampoo within 7 to 10 days. I want you to rinse as often as you like. Hair loves water. It keeps the hair flexible. The scalp loves water. So all this is okay, But I would say I would condition. So when I wasn't deep conditioning, I would be applying conditioning heavily on my hair. Like, for instance, when you come home, mist your hair with filtered water in a spray bottle, put a little conditioner in your hair, and then sink it in with the water. So you would be conditioning morning, noon, and night. And you should see some results. You should be happy with what you see. Here again, conditioning is great when we know how to condition. So if your hair is that damaged, you should be using protein and moisture together. And you should be using that on a daily basis. And then, of course, using it on your weekly. So once you get to, let's say your hair feels great, you condition now once a week. That's great. Okay? So you're conditioning once a week. And then as you get longer and healthier, of course, you're protecting yourself from the sun by doing this deep conditioning. You're protecting your hair from styling because you're going to be doing minimum styling. Find styles that are convenient, pretty, but definitely meet your standard. And then, of course, put that into a style that can wear conditioners. So you style your hair, put some conditioner on it, style it again, and of course leave out with that conditioner still on it. So you didn't tell me how long your hair was. And if you have short hair, it stabilizes very quick because anything under 3 inches still receives nutrition from the scalp. So that's great to, just have that, okay? That's perfect to have nutrition coming from the scalp. So it should be easy to stabilize with deep conditioning. And then, of course, you can go on until you get healthier, and then maybe you'll get to once a month conditioning. You'll always condition, but you'll deep condition not as much because you'll notice your hair not losing its nutrition until much later. But if you're very damaged, remember, condition, condition, condition. Don't forget to brush. You still need to brush. The brushing is very important if you really are in trouble with your hair, because that stimulates the hair scalp. It stimulates the muscles so they're not getting overstressed. So here again, why don't you email me and let me know what do you think broke your hair, because that's a big part of straightening things out. I want to thank you for staying. I am definitely pleased if you leave a comment or push the like button. I really appreciate that. It's free to subscribe. And I'm on Dita Damaged Hair Facebook. There you can find heat capping instructions or deep conditioning instructions. I like deep conditioning with the insulated heat cap. And the reason they sell them on Walmart, Amazon, conditioning heat cap. And what's nice about that is it helps swell your hair shaft so that you can get inside the hair. We're trying to condition inside out, not outside in. So we'll explain what that means, I guess, later in the post, in another post. But what it basically means is that the deep conditioning is more thorough than you just using a hair dryer or just external heat. It needs to be an insulated cap, and it needs to go to a certain wattage, 50 in this case. And of course, that helps gets the conditioning deep into your hair shaft so that you can start seeing some results. I want to thank you for remembering that you're giving damaged hair a voice. And this is important. We have so many people, old, new, old, when I say new, newborn. I mean, we even have babies that are having issues that we don't really understand. So, cradle crap, they cradle cap. I think I called it crap because it does look like that. Look like something's in their hair. But even with babies that have prolonged cradle cap, it means that the scalp is sloughing off the scalp, and it's creating big flakes. And you keep going in there looking like, oh, what's going on here? But, infants love shampooing as well. So they sell baby shampoos, and so it's good to give your baby a shampoo. I think I have on the post on my Facebook where it shows an infant being held and getting her head shampooed, and the baby looked so happy and so relaxed. So we have to remember they love good hair care as well. Thank you for staying again. Thank you for looking at my post and signing up for notifications. I appreciate you. And thank you for taking me into year 25. I would not have been here in the event I had no emails and I had no one watching the post. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Now, I want you to go have a good hair day. And let this be a successful hair day. Thank you. Bye now.